Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. My name is Brian McCormick, and you're watching MTG Rocks. Today, we're going to be playing the Ikoria Early Access event. We got early access thanks to Wizards of the Coast, so thanks for that. And we're going to be playing the new Premier Draft. We did one earlier today on our Facebook page, MTG Rocks My World, so if you want to check that out, please do. And we're going to go ahead and get started. It cost 1,500 gems for us to play this, or 10,000 gold. So we're going to go ahead and pay the gems. All right, and I really like how they set up the new Premier Draft. For those of you who don't know, Premier Draft is basically we play with a real draft pod. So it's not bots. We're drafting with real people, and we have to wait until all of the seats fill before we can draft. And then once we do, we all draft like normal people. And there's a time limit for drafting. It's just like Magic the Gathering online, except it's way smoother, much more functional. All right, so when you see a card you like, you can click it to kind of say that you want it, and then you can click it again and a confirm pick to take it. All right, so what card do we want here? Fiend Artisan, it gets +1/+1 for each creature card in our graveyard. That could be strong. We can sacrifice a creature to search our library for a creature with convert mana cost X or less, and put it in the battlefield. That seems strong, so sure, let's do a fun card. We'll take that. We'll kind of do a Golgari deck here if the other cards allow us to. So. All right, and we have to wait for everyone else, but there is a time limit for how long you have. So what we got here? 3/4, whenever this card mutates, other creatures get +X, where X is number times this creature is mutated. Not bad. Flying Haste, when we cast on creature spell, put a +1 counter on it. No, not really what I want. This seems good. Let's just dredge our deck. Skull Prophet. Nipper's okay. It enters the battlefield with Death Touch or Lifelink, so pretty strong for a common slot. But let's do our Golgari strategy here and confirm our pick. All right. What do we have here? 3/5 vigilance for 4. It's in green. Creatures you control with vigilance have pay 1 tap. Another Skull Prophet. Here's the battlefield with 2 +1 counters. We can remove 1 to search your library for a basic land. I guess we'll just keep going with our Golgari theme here. So we have removal here. We can give a creature -2/-2 until end of turn and we remove all counters from it. For 6 mana, not the best of removal though. It's kind of a slow strategy there. Nothing really stands out. I guess we'll take the leech. Hopefully, it looks like people are taking green, so I don't know if we can keep going with this green strategy. I don't really want to switch colors though. We'll see. So it tells us what pick we're on. What else we can see? So here's a table. We can see the other players playing. Alright, oh. This was spent on the spell. Search your library for a card. Put that card in your graveyard. Return up to 2 permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. Alright, that's okay. We also have Durable Coil Bug. I mean, I like Coil Bug, but I think those will pass, so we'll take the rare. Alright. Dark Bargains. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 2 of them into your hand and the other into your graveyard. It deals 2 damage to you. You can give a creature +2 and indestructible. Vigilance or Reach on a 3/5. Not too happy with that. So we could do a combat trick with Unlikely Aid or a Dark Bargain. We'll do a combat trick just to have one. You know, we're seeing a lot of red here. It's not that strong though. Yeah, not too strong. But black's still getting passed too. Doesn't seem like green is getting passed around much. Could just be the nature of the pack. Alright, so when it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 human creature token. And whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Not quite what we want to do, unless there's a combo we can do with that. Sacrifice a creature, we gain life equal to that creature's toughness and draw a card. It's okay. I guess Farfinder's fine, get some ramp. Probably not running that card. So again, our pack 1 pick 1 was Fiend Artisan. We can sacrifice a creature to, if we pay mana, we can get any card that's a creature with X or less mana and put it on the battlefield. So we can turn our small creatures into bigger creatures. So kind of go with Farfinder. We get the basic land, then we can sacrifice it, get a Blitz Leech or something out. The artwork on this card kind of reminds me of Ravnica. Oh, looks like nobody's playing white. Alright. Sell pack 2 Wow Mothra. That's a pretty good card. See what we have in our colors. Reveal a creature card from your hand. Deals damage to target creature or planeswalker equal to that reveal card's power. Not a whole lot there. I wonder if we can incorporate white into our deck. We'll see. I mean, we're only in pack 2. A ram through is strong. Great horn. That can be strong for us. Alright, I like this. We can return 2 target creatures with mana cost 3 or less from our battlefield to the... So that kind of works with our strategy here. Yeah, we'll just kind of put this to the side. We can think about it. Is there anything we want to sacrifice? Not really. I'm gonna go for more creatures, I think. Well, let's do a 3-drop that can search lands if we want to go white. I guess at this point we should just take all of our effects that can get us a 3rd color. Because Mantra is just really strong, giving all of our stuff flying when it dies. Alright. Enters the battlefield, put a lifelink counter on the non-human we control. Not too strong. One of this creature mutates, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Alright. That's pretty strong for us. So right now we have 2 ways to get white mana. Death Touch mutate. Whenever this creature mutates, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life. How many mutate cards do we have right now? 1. I guess we'll take it. Mutates for 3. Each player chooses an artifact, creature, enchantment, or planeswalker, and then sacrifices the rest. We'll take the boar. I think we need a few more 2-drops, and we need a fair amount of 3-drops as well. It's not that good. Take another boar. Evolving Wilds. Always like that card in our deck. This can help us go late, I suppose. I don't think Memory Leak is exactly what we want, though. In Corpse Charm, we already have 1 of. Probably not running this, but... Alright, another way to get additional colored mana. So, now we have a fair amount of ways to add white, so we can consider white more seriously. Nothing here. Yes, Glitch Leech. What white cards do we have? That's not one we want. Alright. Whoa. Your starting deck contains only cards with odd converted mana costs. Okay. If a source you control with an odd converted mana cost would deal damage, it deals double that damage. That could be good. 8 mana is really hard in draft, so mostly I'm gonna cycle that. I think that's a good 5-drop. We have double black. We don't have to pay red for that. Whoa. Alright. Sure. Let's do another Fiend Artisan. I mean, we've got a pretty strong mutate, or not mutate, but graveyard strategy with 2 Fiend Artisans. Not sure we have room to try our white strategy here. So removal spell would be helpful. Another mutate card. I'll take the mutate card. Ruinous Ultimatum. Unfortunately, not my colors. Alright, I guess we're back on white. We need to cut some cards here. I like Farfinder in our deck. I can sacrifice it to Fiend Artisan. It helps me curve out better. Easy card to mutate. Not sure I need this anymore. Got a Course Charm. We're a little bit low on removal spells. Alright, I guess we can take a Mutual Destruction. We can get rid of like a Farfinder, sacrifice it to destroy a creature. Sure, that's fine. That's a 4-drop for us. This is mostly a 3-drop. Don't think we need this. Alright, so it looks like we're just splashing double white for Mothra, really. I don't think we need Vulpikeet. This is not going to be a companion card for us. I don't think. I think we want to run our 2 drops and our 4 drops. Alright, so we need to cut 14, 3 cards. Alright, so I'm going to go to my curve guide, and I'll send this to everyone else. This is the curve guide I wrote. And see what my ideal curve is that I want to follow. Alright, so ideally we have 2 1-drops, that's what we have. 7 2-drops. Got more than that, so we could cut one. We could cut a Curbs Churn. 6 3-drops. Which we have fair amount of. 4 4-drops. A little bit high on 4-drops. We could cut a Bristling Boar. And then 3 to 4 cards and the 5 to 6 mana slot, which we have. So what do we want to cut here? Probably 1 Blitz Leech. Alright, there we go. Do we need that much black mana, or should we add an extra green? I think we should add an extra forest. Alright. A little bit worried about running too many planes. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 ways to get white mana. I guess that's fine. Alright, I hope that's an okay splash. I mean, Mothra is just such a good card, I guess. If we end up getting mana screwed from that, we'll just take out the Mothra strategy. But it is very powerful if it works, so call this Abzandridge. Alright. Well, do the sleeve. Alright. And let's go ahead and play our first game. So we don't play with the people in our pod, we just play with whoever happens to be online. So you get to draft with real people, but your pods are... you don't play with them. Alright, so we'll mulligan because we just have double swamp. Ooh. Unfortunately, we're not getting our second land here. Put the mulligan again, and we'll keep. Alright. Not a good start for us. Alright, at least on our turn 3 we can use Farfinder to grab a swamp. And then we can follow that up with a Great Horn or a Fiend Artisan. Okay, well we got a swamp. And I'm gonna get another swamp. We'll grab a forest with the Great Horn probably. Or it's whenever this creature mutates, but if we mutate it, we'll get the swamp. Alright, so we've got Fiend Arson, 2 Great Horns. I don't think I need to do that yet. So if he kills it, Great Horn will just resolve. Okay, so now we get our basic land. We'll get a forest. There's swamp. Okay. These are some of the new, more recent artworks. Pretty sweet. And since this creature is mutated, we can attack with it because it's been in play for over a turn. So we'll probably play Fiend Artisan next turn. We can start sacrificing things to that if we need to. We have a lot of mana. We can get a Mothra in play. One way to cheat Mothra out. Sprite Dragon can get bigger whenever you cast a non-creature spell. A lot of spells in our opponent's deck, so I'm sure he's got a lot of tricks for us. Draw 4 cards, and he tapped out for that. Okay, interesting. If we draw a land, we can kill the Sprite Dragon with Fiend Arson's ability. We didn't draw it. We'll mutate the Fiend Arson. Opponent has to discard. And then we'll attack for a bunch. Opponent's got a lot of cards, so there's a lot of ways they can come back in this game. We're not really ahead. Probably going to start by dealing with our Fiend Arson that's been mutated. Alright, so he probably has a counter spell, maybe a flash creature like the shark. Alright, so I'm just going to play it safe, I believe, here. So he's gonna tap those 2. Alright, so he has a 1 mana instant. He can kill my Great Horn. He may. Alright, he does. Yeah, okay. Well, oh, he had 2 mana. I forgot about the crystal. Alright. So we have Menace with the Cavern Whisperer. Fiend Artisan. Down to 3 mana. One of these untapped. Should be next turn. Okay. Oh, this says Flash, too. Wow. Should have waited till his turn. Learning the new card some. But yeah, Blitzleech has Flash. Apex of Wishes. That's cool. Whenever this creature mutates, exile cards from top of your library for a non-land permanent, and then put that card in the battlefield or in your hand. So, let's see. Alright, so he should have to double block the Whisperer. I could have sacrificed the Great Horn to get a Mothra as well with the Field Artisan. I don't know, but I kind of wanted to put him at 1 life. Hard to say. The better move is there. I mean, if I put him at 1, any creature is lethal, so. He's gonna have to have 1 good card in his, pretty good card in his hand to deal with all 3, or all 2 of my extra creatures. Alright, is this game? Yep. Alright, so we ended up winning that. So I think I am gonna make a tweak to my deck. Because we have Fiend Artisan, I don't feel like we need all these planes. I think 2 planes is enough. So, alright, we'll put the Mothra back in, but alright, and then we'll take that out. Where's my Evolving Wilds? Alright. There, that looks better. Alright, so we've only got 1 white. Where's our planes again? Guess we can put 2 planes in. Alright, now we have 7 green, 7 black, 2, 3, 4 white there. Alright, that's pretty decent. Alright, game 2. This is slow, but we get to go first, so I'll keep. Close to being able to play Mothra hard cast. I wonder what style of art you would say this is. It has a very wispy, cartoony, realistic feel that I like. I've seen this before, but I don't know where, this style. Probably like some kind of cartoon or something. Because I could have played Blossoming Sand, but we're looking at the artwork there. Alright, so we can use Farfinder to get our second wipe. Yes, I would like to take action. And then we can play Mothra next turn. And then we can follow that up with Oboosh. Sure, I'll play it first. So, whenever a creature we control without flying would die, it comes back to the battlefield and it has flying. And why are there skyscrapers in the background? I guess because this is the special art version. Because the actual name is Luminous Broodmaw. So this is the special art version from the Godzilla, I guess, movie series that has skyscrapers. Obviously no skyscrapers in Magic the Gathering world. Think of it more like a special artwork altar. Alright. So Mori spells you cast to the Chosen cast cost 1 less. Alright. So. Alright, let's play Oboosh, the Prey Piercer. And bam. Alright, you can block this, but then it comes back to play with flying, and we get another trigger on that land. ETB triggers. So he's like, do I block this? He'll take 2 if he doesn't. Alright, so he'd rather take the damage than let me get a land. So if you double click the Chimera-like pet, he does a little flying or ability or something that you spit instead of changing colors. They probably stopped doing the color change thing because originally when they did it with the cat, like it was causing people's screens to lag when people kept changing their colors. Whenever this creature mutates, he gets a 3/3 green beast. Okay. Oh, we have mutual destruction. Alright. Comes back, we get the trigger again. Taking the lands out of our deck. Pretty good combo. We'll attack with everything. Divine Arrow. So he stopped our Mothra combo. Sad, but we do have a way to return cards from our graveyard to our hand, so there's that. bet he was really excited that we attacked Monster though. Looks like a scene straight from like I don't think Godzilla, but it looks like a kaiju from Pacific Rim. That's what I was thinking. Pacific Rim. Alright, so he'll get a 3-3. I guess maybe I should have killed that for the value. I mean, the 4-5 is just a big body. But this one's more of a value engine for him. But I mean, we get to do 2 damage a turn. We probably won't attack with the Obush. Yeah, no block. No, now I'll attack with the Obush. Oh, interesting. Play land he knows about. This creature can only be blocked by 1 creature. That's decent here. Not sure why he would attack. Just attack with everything. This can only be blocked by 1 creature. Yep. Alright, so we win that. Alright, on to our next game. Alright, 2 wins. So far so good with our dredge deck. We haven't done a lot of dredging though, surprisingly. Game 1 we did have a Fiend Artisan though. Alright, I'll keep. We got our Fiend Artisan and a Great Horn, I guess, but we have a lot of lands. Come on, buddy. Let's make up our minds. Alright. Wow, we are certainly flooded. We could try and hardcast this. Just want to make sure we can play Mothra if needed. So we got 2 planes. Do we want to put +1 counters on it? I think we just want to play Recluse by itself. We don't want to put all of our creatures together too much. Okay. Just play this as a 2/3 reach. And does this have Menace right now? No, it doesn't. Alright. Just keep it as a blocker. Next turn we can leech, kill the Prophet. Alright, combat trick time. We'll save the leech for his turn. Probably just chump something. Probably -2 on the Prophet. Then chump the Whisper. Oh no, his Menace, so we'll take it. That's fine. That'll give us a lot of power next turn. Death touch, of course. Alright. We're kind of the same deck here, to be honest. Although we've got Mothra and Fiend Artisans. And there's our Mothra. Alright, let's windmill slam that. We can also sacrifice it. Sorcery speed though. Sad that he had instant speed removal. But what can we do? Oh, we should double block the Great Horn. And we'll be left with a Poacher, and then we'll have a 5/6 Great Horn and a Boar in our hand. I could be more patient, but we are both top decking, and I feel like I have the lead, so I want to push on tempo rather than let him draw out. You could do it either way. You could be patient too. Nice. 6. Alright. We've got a way to infinitely block that for 7 mana a turn. Although I don't think he can attack with it at the moment. Give me attacks, I just chump with the coil bug. Is that my turn attack with the Great Horn and the boar? That artwork's pretty sweet. Sweet perspective. Almost looks like a green-black card. Kind of has a swampy feel to it. Okay. It's a 10-10. Alright. And menace. So we can sacrifice it and gain a bunch of life. Alright. I guess I just have to triple block it. No real options here. One of my creatures lives. I assume would be the coil bug. Alright, I guess we'll just hang out here with our coil bug for a while. Uh-oh. Hey, little buddy. Alright. Well, that's travel, but we can trade it with the Skull Prophet, but he can deal the 4 to me instead of my Skull Prophet. If he so chooses. Alright, no attacks. I think we will mill ourselves though. Just to pump a potential future Fiend Artisan, or to play our Crypts card that brings a card from our graveyard back. Mostly to pump a Fiend Artisan. Hopefully we don't put Fiend Artisan into our graveyard. That would be bad. Come on. Oh man. Call the Death Dweller. That would return Fiend Artisan back. Oh well. That's okay. Well, we got Vigilance and Death Touch on it, so might as well attack. Sure. We just hard cast it. No mutate. Oh, a boosh. Why? Why are we milling good stuff? Alright. Alright, we got Corpse Charm. Alright, so what do we want here? Mothra or Fiend Arson? I think I prefer Mothra here. Hopefully it doesn't have removal. No idea what that does. That looks sweet. Alright. If our opponent controls no permanents with bounding counters, put one on it. Whenever a opponent controls with a bounding counter on it dies, you gain 3 life and draw a card. Alright. Alright, never mind. I have to double block that. So it's Menace. He can deal 6 to me and get me down to 3. You can sacrifice a creature to gain life. Alright, does he have 1 damage? I guess he's sacrificed. Does he have a creature to play? Interesting. Alright. Alright, so... Ew, it's a land. I just die here, but whatever. So he deals the 4 damage to me, instead of the creatures. I assume he can figure that out. Okay, there you go. Alright, well that was a close game. Came down to top decking. Could have gone either way. Alright, let's go on to our next game. Do we want to change anything in our deck? We do have that white creature that mutates. That's pretty good. I think we could put that in. And cut out maybe Bristling Boar. Alright, we'll keep this. We can get our forest with the evolving wilds. We'll wait till the end of his turn, but it doesn't really have a big difference on play. To use the evolving wilds. Oh, that's cool. It's got its own special effect. For uncommon, didn't expect that. Got Excavation Mole next turn. We could also have 4 mana. If we wanted. Okay. We could play Mothra next turn. I'm gonna attack and see what he does. Sure. Fine with that. I mean, I could have waited until I played Mothra to do an attack like that, but didn't really understand what he was doing there. Alright, so next turn we'll play Mothra and attack with Farfinder, probably. Oh, cute. Oh, okay. So it's flying right now. Actually seems pretty strong. Sad. Might mutate this next turn. I dread when this gets lifelink and menace. At least it doesn't get double strike. Gust of wind. So a lot of tempo cards with him. That's creepy. I think he's got his beat on tempo here with this Crystalline Giant. Wish I had some removal for that, but I do not. Alright, I'll play my Mothra. And just use Farfinder as a chump blocker. Yeah, one of the weaknesses of my deck is we don't have a lot of removal. Alright. And he keeps bouncing on our stuff. Alright, 2-2. Let's see if we can have a positive record here by winning this game. Alright, we'll keep. We can get a swamp, evolving wild, skull prophet, excavation mole, great horn. Seems good. So we got one creature into our graveyard. Huh. So he's running Teamer. Okay. I'm gonna mutate this. Get bigger. And attack for 5. Trample reach. Okay. So he didn't play anything. Makes me a little concerned. Alright, so... I'm gonna play a Farfinder. Get a swamp. And we'll just play stuff and pass turn. I assume he has some kind of combat trick and I don't really want to run into it. There you go. So next turn I can use Volpa to give this +2/+2, get a +2/+2 and give it flying. Oh, that has flying. Interesting, okay. So it's got trample, pretty big threat here. You could do something like bounce it though, or put an enchantment on it. It keeps it tapped down. That would kind of be bad, bad for us because he's using one card to deal with 3 of ours. But we did deal a lot of damage with it so far. So put a +1 counter on each creature you control with flying. So he could have gave a creature double strike. Alright, so he concedes. Alright, so now we're guaranteed at least a 50-50 record or better, so a winning record. With 3 wins now and 2 losses. And we're a pretty creature heavy build, pretty linear. We don't have a lot of interaction. But we do have creatures that get quite big with Fiend Artisan. Alright, I'll keep this. So I can play Farfinder next turn and get a Plains. I could play Cavern Whisper, mutating on the Far Finder. That doesn't seem bad. Make our opponent discard. Could follow it up with Hemiphage and Vulpikeet on top of Far Finder. You're definitely not going to block. I want to save this to mutate. Opponent must have a good hand. Taking a lot of discard. Memory leak. It's like a oil painting rather than digital artwork like everything else. Alright, so we killed it. Put a menace counter on his creature. So let's just play an Adventurous Impulse first. I guess we'll get Evolving Wilds. Alright. We're a little bit flooded now. Not good for us. More land, sadly. Not that many lands in our deck, are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 7 lands left. 25 cards. So 1 and 3, we should be drawing land. Ugh. Alright, well, this is what it is. Don't know what our out is here. We're just taking a ton of damage. Yay, our out is not lost. Alright, well that's the game. So we finished 3-3, so one as many as we lost. We ended up going 5-3, I believe, in our Facebook live stream. If you want to check that out, you can go to our Facebook page, MTG Rocks. There's a link in our YouTube as well. So thanks everyone for watching. Take care.